Hello, this is Marcel of Marcel on Tech, and it's finally here. We have the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. This is the premium flagship from the likes of Samsung, of course, and we have done an unboxing video, which, as we know now, because it's such a slim line box, we're not getting a lot. We're getting a cable and, of course, the device, and that's it. No charger. Come on, Samsung, get involved. Put something in the box. Anyway, we're coming away from that, which is a shame. But first and foremost, I have got here the very, very attractive blue, or navy as they call it, and it is very much a navy blue color. It is really, really nice. I have to say, I haven't seen a lot of reviewers with this color. Most of them have got the titanium silver. What have I noticed? Well, as you may know, if you've been following the channel for a while, I have reviewed both the 4 and the 5, the foldings from Samsung. This is the latest iteration. My first impressions are this hinge is very small. It is really, really tiny. What they've done here is pretty impressive. It looks good. I really like the feel of it. I love the branding on the side there. I think that does look really, really good. I'm not crazy about the camera bump. All they've really done is modified the design. It is still quite significant. You can see how far away it comes from the body of the device. But, you know, it's not the end of the world. And when you do lay it flat, you actually don't get a lot of wobble, which is quite good, actually. So you're not getting an awful lot of wobble. If you put a case on it, you're going to get a little bit less as well, depending on the case, of course. But the camera bump is not too aggressive. There are some foldables now that are coming out with really aggressive camera bumps, but that's because they're also really improving on the camera tech on foldables finally as well. As we work around, we've obviously got the volume rocker on the right side and the fingerprint sensor, which is ingress. So you can see here that the volume rocker is slightly elevated, and that is in line with the body, the power, and the fingerprint sensor, which is, of course, as you would expect, lightning fast. And I love the fact that they have differentiated it because it allows you to know there's a difference. SIM card tray on the other side. You've got the antennas, of course. Underside, USB Type-C, and that is actually now the new speaker grill. So unlike how they used to have it before with the slats, that is actually the new speaker grill. So it is quite good looking. Just a slight refresh, of course. There's a microphone slot there, along with 2 along the top, and another speaker grill at the top there. So it's just an incremental revision, but what do you get? Well, the main feature that Samsung have been banging on about is the fact that you get a slightly larger screen on the front, which is true. You get literally a millimeter larger screen, but it still has bezels on the front screen. Now, they're still quite large. They're not as large as the first one, that's for real, but they're still there. You can still see them. However, it is a gorgeous screen. From the beginning, I've had a problem with the narrowness of this device, and it continues today. This device for me is still too narrow for me. I don't prefer it over other new, particularly Chinese foldable devices that are coming about, such as the one I'm really looking forward to is the Honor V3. That looks to be absolutely amazing device, and extremely thin, durable, as well as the right kind of candy bar shape, whereas this has still got the narrow build. Is it better to use one-handed? Yes. One of my major problems with the previous version was using it one-handed. It was easy to use one-handed, but using it two-handed, it was too compact and I kept making mistakes, so it was annoying. This is an improvement, but it's a tiny improvement. Let's say 1 millimeter improvement. It is, of course, a beautiful panel. It is AMOLED, it is LTPO, which means it's gonna go up and down 1 to 120 Hertz very, very easily. And of course, when you open this bad boy up, you have got, and you are greeted by a really amazing panel on the inside. Now, there is quite noticeably a crease there. Now, let me just clean this. Hold on a second. That's it, because I know the Samsung warriors are going to be battling and saying, hold on, why is it not clean? You can definitely see the crease, but do I care? Not really. As soon as that panel goes on, you can't really see it very easily, and it definitely doesn't impact your usage. That's the main thing. It doesn't impact usage. So crease is really not an issue for me. And the bezels on the inside, in contrast to the front screen, the cover screen, are excellent. I mean, literally the width of this banding here, you can see just how close they are to the very edge of this device. It really is nothing in it, and it just makes it absolutely fantastic, and it is an absolute pleasure to use. So the main screen, the inner screen, is still brilliant, still easy to use. The software, of course, is what makes Samsung some of the best devices in the world. But for me, it is heavier than most of the up-and-coming and soon-to-be released foldable devices. It still has its unique form factor, which does make it unique, but it is still too narrow for me. The camera quality, this is not a full review, the camera quality so far has been really good, but of course there will be more to come. Put a comment below, let me know if you'd really like an in-depth camera review. And of course there have been lots of videos about the software, which is of course still Samsung, still really, really good. Most apps are absolutely optimized now for using a tablet. You're still going to get a little bit of banding on the sides here with some apps, but my first impressions for the first 48 hours of having this device is that it's very easy to get back into the ecosystem because it is, of course, One UI, and it is running the latest software. And these wallpapers, if you're curious, I have created these using the built-in AI wallpaper generator, which I absolutely love. It's really, really clever. And again, if you want more information about that, I'll make a video as well. Make sure you put a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you agree with my first impressions, let me know. Otherwise, if you've got one of these devices or if you're waiting for one of the other foldables, put a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Until then, I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye for now.